Hello everyone, and welcome to this week's episode of Pulp Crazy. I'm Jason Aiken. With this month being October, the Pulp Crazy episodes will be taking a supernatural theme. In this week's episode, I will be discussing Yours Truly, Jack the Ripper, by Robert Bloch. Originally published in the July 1943 issue of Weird Tales. Today, Bloch is well known for being the author of Psycho, the 1959 novel that became the hit 1960 motion picture directed by Alfred Hitchcock. However, like many writers, he got his start in the pulps. He became published in Marvel Tales and Weird Tales in 1934. At the age of 17. He also corresponded with H.P. Lovecraft and was a member of the Lovecraft Circle. Later in life, he became friends with Philip Jose Farmer. Bloch is a link between the classic pulpsters of the 1930s and the later pulp writers of the 40s and 50s. For more insight into Bloch and his career, I would recommend checking out his Wikipedia page, as well as the first World Fantasy Convention panel recordings I put up earlier in the week. Yours Truly, Jack the Ripper, takes place in Chicago, Illinois, in 1943. The two main characters are Dr. John Carmody, a resident Chicago psychiatrist, and Sir Guy Hollis, of the British Embassy. Hollis believes he is on the trail of Jack the Ripper, the legendary serial killer who wreaked havoc in Whitechapel, London, in 1888. Carmody is unsure how this could be, but as a psychiatrist he is curious enough to let Hollis tell his tale. Hollis believes Jack the Ripper is still alive and making his kills. He is of the belief the Ripper is an evil sorcerer, whose victims are actually ritual sacrifices to dark gods that grant him everlasting life. He states there is a rhythmic pattern to the murders, and he has solved it. He affirms Jack the Ripper will kill again within the next 2 days, and he wants Carmody's help in catching him. Hollis states he has heard that Carmody hangs out with the Bohemians a good bit, and Hollis believes the Ripper embeds himself within the artistic community in order not to stick out. Hollis is also impressed with Carmody's knowledge of both real-life and fictional murders. So the two join forces and begin their investigation. In order to see what the two uncover, you'll have to read the story. Bloch really weaves a strong tale here. He seems to have a great knowledge of criminology, as he mentions a fair share of both literary murders as well as real-life ones. The pacing of the story is great. It's told in 3 parts and moves quite well. The way he describes a fog-shrouded Chicago alley is very well done. I imagine Bloch must have enjoyed writing it, because he would return to write about the Ripper numerous times. He even wrote a Star Trek The Original Series episode entitled Wolf in the Fold, which had a Ripper theme. Subterranean Press put together an omnibus collecting all of his Ripper-themed work, including the script for Wolf in the Fold, a few years back. The title of the omnibus is Yours Truly, Jack the Ripper. I'm not sure if this story is in the public domain or not, but I'm guessing it's most likely not, as it was published in 1943. I did, however, find a site that has the original Weird Tales issue scanned and available to read. I'll be sure to link to it in the show notes. That's it for this week. Next week will be another supernatural-themed episode. I want to thank Christopher Paul Carey for bringing this story to my attention earlier in the week. It was good timing, because I was looking for a story for this week's episode. Thanks, Chris. Pulp Crazy is located at pulpcrazy.com. I'm at Pulp Crazy on Twitter and facebook.com/pulpcrazy. You can also email me at pulpcrazy@gmail.com. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.